Hey guys, excuse the mess that I am. I just got off an 8-hour shift with childcare. So it's a lot of fun, but it's pretty busy, and there's no point in getting ready for the day because I'm with the toddler class, so I'm just running all day to catch up with them. But anyways, I haven't posted a YouTube video on my channel in a while. And the reason for that is that I've never really been like a YouTuber. I felt so strongly about the things that I had learned about the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the religion that I sacrificed 18 months of my life for, believed die hard. It was true. I tried so hard to just do anything I could to get people to see the goodness in it and try to join the church. And I thought it, was going to change people's lives. And I thought that it was for the best. I felt so strongly I made my own YouTube channel, and I have also made my own TikTok account and Instagram account called Light After Leaving, which kind of shares my story with it. And today I wanted to hop on here because this video hits a little bit close to home, but I will not be silent about it. This video is hard to make because some people that I met on my mission and other people I know in my life, this is kind of about the things that they have been saying. And so it's uncomfortable, it's hard. I don't want it to come off as like a personal attack, but there are a couple things that I feel like I need to address for me on my channel, that things that I find interesting and is a topic that I want to talk about. So I've been seeing some people that I know and just members in general. There is this podcast called the Comeback Podcast. The person who is like the creator of the podcast, I know from my mission. And I actually got pretty close with this family. And I actually am pretty sure they have like unfriended me because of me being public about where I'm at. Anyways, despite that, so this is the thing. A lot of people share their stories about how the church has done a lot of good in their lives and has changed their lives. A lot of people bring up their redemption story with drug use in the past and say that the church has a really great program to help people who are in drug addiction or anything like that. Before I say anything else, I want to make it clear that I think anyone who has come through from a drug addiction of any kind and has completely flipped their life upside down and is doing better and is sober and can actually live a healthy, happy life where they're not on drugs all the time and miserable, chained down, to the addiction. First of all, I think that that's honestly a very inspiring thing in itself. I volunteered at drug rehabs. I went to the group therapies to observe what it was kind of like. I'm going into psychology. I want to have a master's in psychology to become my own therapist and help people. So this is the thing. The idea of someone sharing their stories about how the church's drug rehab program helped them, and this is like where their testimony is that they know the church is true. It's not fair because there is a lot of good in the church. I mean, I saw that. I served a mission. I see the goodness that a lot of people see until I saw the ugly truth that was hidden from me. and many others. Being saved by any church program does not make a church true. I'm going to say that again. The Church of Jesus Christ helping someone become sober does not take away the disgusting history that the church has. Any story of someone's life improving with the community, I think that the Mormon community is honestly fantastic. I met some of the most amazing people. So the problem isn't the members. Well, some of the members. But the problem isn't the members. The problem isn't all these good things that people talk about. The problem is the church history. And I talk about it all in my first video. And a lot of people will say, oh, the thing that like really also bothers me is a lot of these stories that people are talking about coming back to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. They call them, oh, he was an anti-Mormon. And I just think that's so... Honestly, I kind of laugh about it because a lot of people think that I'm an anti now and I'm just down to tear down the church. I would never consider myself an anti-Mormon. I'm not against anything that harms people. I'm for the truth. And because of my integrity, I will talk about things that need to be addressed. And I think it's fair that I had this religious trauma I went through and I talk about it publicly and I'm really upset and people say, oh, you're just anti. Like, it's just so funny to me. Like, they don't even see, they can't even see someone like me just saying, no, I think she's really hurt and I think that she's grieving something she thought was true. Like, maybe it's something like that. And I choose to be public about it because, like many other people on the flip side of me, I'm very passionate about this. And it's something that I was very passionate about. I was very passionate about the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And I was proud to be a member. I was proud of it all. And I thought that, you know, it was the unpopular thing to do. And a lot of people, I'm so tired of people saying, it's not going to be a cool thing to do to be a member of the church these days. It's not a cool thing to be in Utah and leave the church publicly right now either. I mean, I think a lot of people are starting to leave and a lot more people are becoming public, and I think that's a really good thing. I think that people should be authentic with how they feel and where they're at spiritually and the losses, and allow people to grieve. And people just want to label it as anti or negative, and that just couldn't be farther from the truth. And I think these people have to label it that way because it makes them feel better. It makes them feel like they're part of the underdog group, that God is like the one group that he's in. And no one's story of coming back to the Church of Jesus Christ, no one's story with the Holy Spirit or anything you want to call it, will ever take away the truth of what actually happened with Joseph Smith. We're talking child abuse. Yeah. We're talking child abuse. What Joseph Smith did, the founder of the church, who was supposedly a prophet of God, who started the religion, manipulated and abused children. Not just children, but also adults. And anyone who can look past that because of whatever experience that they've had or whatever the good things the church has done, to me, it's just dishonest. It's very selfish. And, you know, if that's how you find your happiness, that's fine. But do not say, because of your experiences from your own personal life choices, drug addict, whatever situation you were in, and you were redeemed from this amazing church that had a great program that helped you, do not say that is the only way to find happiness, because it's not true. And I have personally never felt more authentic in my life than I have speaking out about this. As a Mormon girl on my mission, I was depressed. I had anxiety to the max. And my mission was really, if you watch my first video, it really was the first time that I ever felt like I questioned the church because it felt so culty to me. But I had a testimony of the truth claims from the church. The rest of the stuff was just culture that a lot of the members are trying to say now. It's just culture stuff. It's true. And now when you realize it wasn't true, all of it comes together like a big puzzle. So I just want to say, if any religion has helped you become sober or helped your life in any way, and that's how you find happiness, I don't have a problem with that. As long as you're not harming anyone and judging a group of people who maybe are upset about a lot of the hidden history in your religion or anything, any religious trauma that they had growing up, and you want to label them these things and make a podcast about coming back and saying that they're anti, it's hurtful and it's wrong. And I think it's fine to do anything for the good, but I think a lot of times what Christians struggle with is the things that they think are good and are going to help people are actually really hurtful, and it's just so ignorant. So anyways, guys, I just had to address this. I'm not going to stay quiet about it. It's a big problem in the little Mormon community that I'm seeing. People want to say all these things. Like, I know tons of people think that I'm coming back to the church, and I'm going to tell you this, I'm never coming back. Nothing can ever persuade me that Joseph Smith was a prophet. Nothing can ever persuade me that the Book of Mormon is true. And that was really hard and traumatic for me to realize. So it doesn't matter what anyone's redemption story, what it comes down to is truth. Is truth about, is the church the one church of, is the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints the one true church of God or not? And the truth is, and the evidence points to, it's just not. People can have all sorts of experiences and feelings from the spirit or whatever you want to call it that it's true. But I choose to look at the facts. I choose to look at the evidence, and I cannot support an organization that thinks it's okay for their prophet to take a 14-year-old girl and say that if you don't marry me, you won't be with your family forever, yada, 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 and lie about the translation of the Book of Mormon that I never even knew about. And I went and taught people about this, and I taught them lies about how it was translated, because it was translated by a rock and a hat. It wasn't even translated by the way that I taught people, which was that Joseph Smith was led by an angel to find these like metal golden plates, right? These ancient golden records that people wrote on, and he translated it by the power of God, and it sounds so good on paper. And then you realize and you read all the truth and realize it's all bullshit. It's a hard realization. So I'll let them call me anti. But the truth is, I'm just for the truth. So a lot of people say Satan deceives me or the adversary. Dude, I don't even believe in him. So I'm just chilling. Like, people want to say that like the adversary's working and I'm doing the adversary's work or whatever. It's like, I'm just chilling. I don't even believe in him. And honestly, I have found so much peace because I don't feel so much anxiety that I have to do A, B, and C, D to get into heaven, to live with a loving father who supposedly loves me, unless I like mess up and I don't repent, then he just doesn't want anything to do with me. And so it's an interesting relationship that a lot of these Christians have. It's like, you know, Jesus is the only one that can satisfy. He's the only one that can save. He's the only one that can do yada, yada, yada. But they don't talk about, it's like, he wants you to do all these things so you can be with him. Why can't we just be with him? If he loves us, why can't we just be with him? Why do we have to do all these things, you know? And it's like, when you start thinking about it critically, and I know it's like a lot to deconstruct, because growing up for 24 years, I believed in all this crap. And it's taken me over a year to still deconstruct a lot of this stuff, because it's kind of like breathing. It's just something that you've accepted, and like the thought that that doesn't exist or anything is just like you can't even like imagine it. Like you would never even think that way. So it's how cults work. It's a lot to deconstruct. But anyways, I'm for the truth. If the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is what makes you happy, fantastic. But don't you dare tell other people that they can't find peace and happiness outside of it, because it's just not true. It's just not true.